Nigerians have always referred to the fact that the Igbos have been unable to produce a strong man whom the Igbos as a nation will rally around politically, unlike the Hausa and Fulani in the north and the Yoruba in the southwest. The argument is that it is this failure by the Igbos that impedes their aspirations to produce an Igbo president, an Igbo Nigerian president. Is there any element of truth to this claim? Since the creation of Nigeria, only 3 Igbo men have come close to real power in Nigerian politics. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the first Nigerian head of state, a mere ceremonial position during the parliamentary system of the First Republic, 1960 to 1966. After him, Agui Ironsi ruled as a dictator only between January and July 1966 before he was assassinated. Chief Alex Ekwueme was the president of Nigeria under the democratic government of Shehu Shagari between 1979 and 1984. Ever since, the highest position an Igbo man or woman has ever occupied in Nigeria politics is the Senate presidency. The political leadership of Nigeria has mostly been rotated between the north and the west, the north taking the lion's share. There is a pattern to this fact, as it is evident today. These two regions have strong men whose popularity is respected and their image and reputation almost sacred. The north has Muhammad Buhari, the west has Ahmed Bola Tinubu, but east has no one to match these political titans. These two regions, unlike the east, has produced stronger politicians whose legacies are still respected and enshrined today. In fact, these regions had a historical political tradition that the east lacks. Okay, the Yoruba and the Hausa Fulani in the past had been able to establish strong kingdoms and empires with a well-established political and feudal system. In Yoruba land, there was a time a strong empire known as the Oyo Empire existed, with the Alaafin's power extending across all Yoruba, even in Yoruba communities outside Nigeria today. Beside the Oyo Empire, especially after its collapse, many independent Yoruba kingdoms emerged. At that, the Oni of Ife remains the undisputed spiritual leader of the Yoruba race. At any point in its history, the Yoruba has a strong political leader to look up to guide them politically. The same with the Hausa and Fulani. Before the Fulani founded the Sokoto Caliphate in the north, the Hausas have several kingdoms which about 500 years ago were fully formed and well structured. The jihad saw their conquest and conversion into emirates under the larger new Sokoto Caliphate. Like the Yoruba, the Fulani and Hausa have a history of strong political leaders who direct and guide the people, and the people look up to them. At every stage of their history, both the Yoruba and the Hausa had a strong man to lead them and fight or protect their interests. This is not the case in Igbo land. Okay? There is a saying that Igbo land has no king. Every man is a king. Although they have a well-structured village authority system, the Igbo society had, throughout its traditional history, unable to evolve itself into political power with a centralized political state or system. Authority is based on households, clan, and villages, each leading as he wishes according to set customary rules and traditions. Though sharing similar customs and traditions, the Igbo nation was only able to form a common political front during colonialism. The fact that the Igbo man regards no political authority to dictate to him has gravely affected the possibility of the emergence of a strong man. Few had emerged, but their popularity never lasted their lifetimes. During colonialism, Nnamdi Azikiwe was the political strongman of Igbo land. He is often considered to be in the same class as Awolowo and Ahmadu Bello, but unlike Ahmadu Bello and Obafemi Awolowo, Azikiwe never evolved to be a sacred political figure in Igbo land, whose political thoughts and vision would be enshrined among his people. Towards the end of his life, or even before then, he had lost his power and influence over the Igbos. His fall from grace began during the Nigerian Civil War, especially when renounced his belief in Biafra and rejoined the Nigerian state. After Awolowo, the second Igbo man to evolve into a strong political leader was late Chief Odumegu Ojukwu. As the military head of the Eastern Nigerian region in 1966, a region that encompasses most of the Igbo communities in Nigeria, the people rallied and urged him to declare secession from Nigeria, which they believed was in their interest following the pogrom against them during the crisis of the First Republic. Ojukwu led the Igbo nation and Biafra, which also consists of other ethnic nationalities, between 1966 to 1970, when he fled the new republic and its eventual collapse. That was the beginning of the end of Ojukwu as a pan-Igbo political strongman. After Azikwe and Ojukwu, Igbo land is yet to produce a man of their political status, influence, and charisma to subdue the every man is a king mentality common with the Igbos. This has constituted a problem for them, not for the North or the West. Ever since the demise of Awolowo, the West has often accorded every Afenifere leader the respect given to Awolowo, but politically, no politician has emerged to wield so much power in Yoruba land or the Southwest as Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. The Yoruba nation seems to trust its political judgment, which they hope would yield them the presidency of Nigeria in 2023. The same can be said about the North. Since the demise of Ahmadu Bello in 1966, Muhammadu Buhari is the next northern politician to enjoy popularity in the region. Many adore him to an extent he appears as a demigod. It is the historical feudal vestige of the Hausa and Fulani kingdom and empire, and the Yoruba empire and kingdoms that enables the emergence of strong men and their acceptance and trust by the people who condition to respect authority. Good. Okay, Igbo land never had an established feudal system as it is known to be. Every man was to himself to provide and secure his household and estate by himself, and might join hands with others in his clan or village to protect their community's interests. At no point was Igbo man subjugated under any political authority until the emergence of the colonialists and the establishment of political authority over Igbo communities. Igbo men might have lost their rights to dictate their political fortunes, but the right to establish themselves remained unaffected. Their industriousness, which was developed traditionally, has aided the Igbos to emerge the most enterprising Nigerian group, creating wealth individually and emphasizing their individual kingship. You are respected when you earn and deserve it, not by occupying a political position, but by the product of your hands and sweat. And there are many Igbo men and women who have to produce wealth and establish themselves and are respected accordingly. They will not relinquish their hard-earned respect and begin kowtowing to a politician or a so-called political strongman. This is the greatest inhibition for the emergence of a strong political figure in Igbo land. There are big Igbo politicians in Nigeria that are loved outside Igbo land. In fact, they are loved outside than at home. Their kin consider them as sellouts. Rocha Sokorocha, Chris Ngige, and co. Even those that are beloved like Senator Inaya Abaribe cannot command authority over the Igbo nation and dictate political moves for them. Why this is the reality in the East, one cannot rule out the possibility that one day someone would emerge who will have greater influence over the Igbo nation, who the people will trust every of his or her political moves and decisions, but certainly not now. As the Hausa and Fulani and the Yoruba are preparing for 2023, Bola Tinubu and Muhammadu Buhari will still determine who becomes the president of Nigeria by calling on their people to vote their choosing candidates. No Igbo man can boast of such influence and power in the East. No such man or woman can no such woman or man to go into an alliance for the Igbo and secure them the opportunity of ruling Nigeria again. Okay. Okay. The questioner is that the North can boast of Buhari and the West will boast of Bola Tinubu. Who can the East boast of? Okay, and this article is coming from a Mbuyazi Emmanuel. Honestly, this is the narrative that is out there. But to my greatest surprise, with all of these people who are talking about a political whatever, who it can't help. You know, when you talk about people, you know, no wonder these people talk about democracy. They will tell you that democracy started from the Igbos. You know, you can imagine people who are just following people. Now, those who are politically strong, and because when I was even going through this thing, I was just, the thing was just turning my tummy. Okay, of what use now? They are strong at the detriment of their people. What have they produced for their people? What benefit is there? Because I'm always asking that question. The Buhari that is there now, of what benefit is he to the people? The people are living in abject poverty, and you are talking now about somebody being strong. Is that how to be strong? And your people are going down on a daily basis. Poverty is something else. Education, everything, they lack everything. So what are we talking about? They will tell you, oh, these people, they carry radio, they listen to news, they are politically strong. It's on a bobo. On a bobo. If the what is it called? If the standard of living of the people is nothing to write home about, how can the leaders be proud of themselves? What are they boasting of? You are a parent, you are so rich, you are so wealthy, but your children are suffering. What can we talk about? Then you go back to the other side again. So tell me, those people that you are talking about now, even the Bola Tinubu, of what use of his whatever, of his influence in the lives of the people? That's what we are talking about. It's not all about an individual. We are talking about people. Then you talk about the Igbos that they don't have somebody to produce. Is it to go there and just be lording over other people? See those people now. See Buhari now. Even his own town, is the region, they are experiencing the worst insecurity ever. So what are we talking about? And some people will be happy. Yes, does it really make sense? Somebody is high up there doing all manner of things for himself and his family, and you are there, you are following the person. Oh, that is our person. Will that bring food on your table? Which policy those you call you call your leaders? Which policy have they made that will benefit you, that will benefit everybody? These are the things that we are talking about. Somebody is not making policy for everybody, but they will select some individuals. They will tell you they made some people to be this. Is that the general thing to talk about the whole populace or their own people in the first place? And that is why they will be telling you, oh, Nigeria cannot be divided. But when this kind of thing, because that is just the narrative out there. They will tell you, oh, the Igbo cannot be president. And let us tell ourselves the truth. Okay, I'm from Yoruba. Then what the influence of Bola Tinubu, how does that affect my life? How does that affect every one of us in the first place? Okay, I'm from the north. Buhari now is there. What policy has he made? Are we now enjoying under Buhari being even coming from our place? What are we talking about? And they are making this now because this now is a Hausa government. So if Yoruba goes there, it's going to be Yoruba government. If Igbo man goes there now, oh, it is going to Igbo people. They will not play the same thing. Who are they deceiving? They are just deceiving the masses. Somebody is a great man, and yet his people are living. They are living wretched. Then what kind of a leader is that? It's just an individual thing, and at the end of the day, I'm this. We can see the incompetency here and there, and it's affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody. Okay, now if the Igbo somebody is like Igbo, they have a Igbo political whatever, how will that translate to my day-to-day life? They are there now. They've been there. They didn't do anything. They are still there. They are causing pain to everybody, and you are talking about it. They are strong. I don't believe in that kind of a thing. When your people are suffering and you are talking about you being powerful because you would deceive the gullibles. See the people who voted for Buhari. See, you can see with this COVID-19, we're able to know the calibers of people that voted for him. And at the end of it, you can see what is happening. All of them are even ashamed to even say, oh, this is my president, this is my whatever. And you are talking about Buhari is this and that. They just want to tell the people just to make them feel good, to make their people feel good, because I see no reason, it's of no use to me, whether you are this or you are that. Well, you can come here and say, "Oh, this one is talking about Igbo." That is just the reality. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Forget this one is this. Of what use is he to me? Of what use is that one to me? Someone says it is only in the north and south west that criminals like Tinubu and murderers like Buhari are considered and celebrated as leaders. Someone say the east can boast of Nnamdi Kanu, the true leader. Someone say we boast of God. Nnamdi Kanu, of course, the man who opened eyes of a lot of evil going in this country, the man who opened my eyes to the reality of the fact that Biafra had even long existed before the creation of Nigeria by the British. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let's have your take.